welcome back to another video. We are continuing on where we left off with our Heavensward walkthrough. So if you remember from last time, we ended up climbing up Sohm. So it's technically the largest mountain that we have in Eorzea, and we reached the top to the Sea of Cloud. So we're finally in Hraesvelgr's dominion. Well, I guess it's Nidhogg and Hraesvelgr's dominion. And we are now trying to figure out where to go from here, or what to do exactly. So here we are back with the group, and let's see what happens next. So all in all, we made it through in one piece, and it's called Beyond the Clouds. Alphino ponders the means by which you might find Hraesvelgr. I mean, how hard can it be to find a giant dragon among a sea of clouds? Now that we have scaled the mountain, there remains the problem of finding Hraesvelgr himself. Oh, so cute. What manner of creature is that? Clear. Did my eyes deceive me, or was that a Moogle? It was my understanding that they only dwell within the 12's. I certainly never expected to see one in the churning mist. Hi, kitty. If the Moogle does live here, however, he may know where Hraesvelgr makes his lair. Quickly now, before we lose the creature completely. Yeah, so that was a bit of a surprise that a Moogle would show up here among, like, at the very top of the world. Especially since most Moogles don't like heights, believe it or not. It's gone, Claire. We must widen our search. What are you doing, Kitty? I know you can't see her, but Kitty joined up with me today. Yeah. I'm moving some stuff here so that you don't knock it down. You're too curious for your own good. We did see a Moogle, did we not? Well, I don't know what else you saw. The nearby air is warped. You sense the concealing magics are at work. Yeah, there's a bunch of Kupo nuts scattered everywhere. Where could he have gone? I've heard tales of these Moogles, but 'tis the first time I ever laid eyes on one. They are rather adorable, aren't they? Why do you stare at me so? Can I not find a creature adorable? My heart is not truly made of ice. Moogle, did you say? I'm unfamiliar with the breed, but I shall search for one nonetheless. See no evidence of this Moogle of yours. Are you certain it wasn't a trick of the light? Mayhap 'twas simply one of these strange plants shifting in the breeze. Well, how do you explain all of the cutesy puffiness around here? Like, these plants, for example. The air is warped. No sign of a Moogle in the area. Sure, I glimpsed the Moogle fleeing in this direction. Could he be concealing himself with magic? Another level up. Okay, Mountaintop diplomacy. Alphino seems convinced that the Moogles hold the key to finding Hraesvelgr. Confound it, could we but enlist the aid of one of the local Moogles, I'm certain Hraesvelgr would not elude us for long. Though the eye enables me to sense the presence of dragons, I can only identify Nidhoggs with any certainty. We could wander the mists for days and not know if we're any closer to his brood brother. And those are days we cannot well afford to squander. Shall we divide our forces then? Lady Azel, might I ask you to question any dragons whom you judge it safe to approach? I shall try. Yet I fear the influence of Nidhogg's rage will render most of the Dravanians in the area deaf to reason. And what of you, Master Alphino? I have not yet given up on the Mughals. Claire, come with me to Gridania. I mean to petition the aid of the Mughals' kin in the Twelveswood. After that business with Muggle, I dare say they would be glad to help us. Assuming you have no need of me, I shall remain here. Nidhogg senses both the loss of his consort and the coming of the Eye, and his attention is firmly fixed in this direction. I mean to do what I can to hold his gaze in the hope that it might delay any action against Ishgard. Thank you, Estinian. Come then, Claire. Let us make haste for Gridania and rendezvous at Nofika's altar. Ah, but I neglected to tell you. There is an aetherite of ancient construction here that should make the return journey rather less arduous. Pray do not forget to use it. Okay. We already went ahead and attuned to it, so we don't need to worry there. Can I help you, kitty? Sorry, I have half my attention divided because Kitty wants my attention too. If you can see her. Oh, she's cute. What can I say? Okay, and here he is. I've sent word to the Elder Seer upon arriving in Gridania, and I'm pleased to report that she has agreed to grant us an audience. If anyone can help us to contact the Twelveswood Mughals, it is she. We are expected at the Lotus Stand. I trust you are familiar with the Conjurer station at its entrance? Oh yes, there's no need to worry. The Elder Seer waits you. Thank you. I bid you welcome, friends. The Admiral spoke of having met with you, but 'tis no less a relief to see you safe and hale with mine own eyes. We humbly thank you for agreeing to receive us upon such short notice, my lady. For all you have done for us in our absence, would that it were solely to express our gratitude that we came to you this day. Alas, the tides of battle yet dictate our comings and goings. Elder Seer, we would beg your wisdom in a matter that may finally bring an end to the Dragon Song War. Speak on, friend. I see. So you seek a means to contact these Mughals of the Churning Mists. Kupo-pow! I say Kupo! Greetings, Kuplokop. To what do we owe the pleasure of your company? I was struck by a sudden urge to bring you some fruit cane, and I'm jolly glad I did. Tell me more of these Mughals in the sky, Kupo. I'll gladly tell you all I know, though it amounts to precious little. We encountered a Mughal high in the clouds of Dravania, and had hoped that you and your kin of the Twelveswood might agree to facilitate a meeting. Pray correct me if I am mistaken, Kuplo, but there are legends, are there not, which speak of Mughals who dwell beyond the clouds? Indeed there are, Kupo! Long, long ago, back when the world was still young, they say my ancestors served the gods up in the heavens. Of course, that was before their masters took to bickering like spoiled children. Ah yes, the tale of good King Mogomog XII. He is revered for holding fast to a rope of miraculous length, that his subjects might climb down from the sky and escape to the world below. Knowing the more fanciful aspects of the tale, it may well be that Kuplow's ancestors hailed from the Trinity Mist. Given how long his kin have resided in the Twelveswood, it is perfectly possible the details of their history have faded into myth. I mean, that definitely makes much more sense than them actually descending from the heavens. Indeed, Master Alphino, such stories often contain a measure of truth. 'Tis likely the Mughals of the Churning Mist tell similar tales of the world below. I can well imagine why the one you encountered fled at your approach. Oh, fleeing's second nature to us. We often hide when the larger races come trampling through the forest. Of course, where there's one Mughal, there's bound to be more. Which is why I've decided to take the trip to the clouds, Kupo. They surely won't be afraid to talk to me. I was hoping you might say that, Master Kuplo. You will accompany us, then. Just you try and stop me, Kupo. I'll admit the thought of venturing outside of the Twelveswood is a bit unsettling, but I can hardly refuse a chance to meet my distant cousins. If you will have me, I too will accompany you on this venture, and lend my voice to your cause as an ambassador of Gridania. They were all freaking out. But my lady, are you quite certain? How oft has our nation turned to the scions of the Seventh Dawn in its hour of need? How oft have we asked the warrior of light to risk her life to save our own? Full many times, I say to you, and never have they refused us. Thus do I choose this day to offer mine aid to our allies for the good of the realm. Is this not just? Yeah, they wouldn't dare argue. A most unexpected and most welcome offer, Elder Seetsier. We would be honored by your presence. Oh, come on. I mean, it's not like she's never coming back or anything. Little day trip, I guess you could think of it. You decide to get down now? I return to the summit and informs our companions of these developments. I will serve as the Elder Seatsier's guide on the journey back to Sohm. It being a path I have already trodden, I do not anticipate any great difficulties. Besides, we have the Elder Seatsier's personal guard to escort us. I really don't know how good they would be against dragons, but hey! Yeah, okay, so it's the same thing there. I mean, I imagine that they can take maybe an airship through those parts. I guess I could see that, at least to the foot of Sohm, and then Sohm the rest of the way would pretty much be clear. Still get a little turned around here, so let's go find the others. Oh man, the Mughals. They are a pain to deal with sometimes, despite how cute they are. Ah, Claire, you have returned. How fare you in Gridania? Better than I hope. Hraesvelgr's whereabouts yet elude me. Well met, Warrior of Light. Nidhogg has not yet stirred, but he watches us, unblinking. Kind of reminds me of Sauron from Lord of the Rings. The Elder Seatsier herself answers your call. Then there is naught to do but wait. They are here, Claire. Well, that was fast. Greetings, my friend. I am happy to report that our journey was mercifully uneventful. devoid as the road was of Dravanians. 'Twould seem the dragons have abandoned Samal for the churning mists. Elder Sitseer, may I present to you Sir Estinian, Ishgard's Azure Dragoon. It is an honor to meet you, Sir Estinian. I have heard many tale of your order's extraordinary skill and courage. She's so sweet. How can you not love her? Oh, and he's minding his manners for once. Friends, I feel it only right to inform you that we are not alone. The Mughals are all around us even as we speak, and I should imagine they are more than a little concerned by a horde of strangers that have descended upon their home. Mayhap now would be the opportune moment to introduce ourselves. This should serve. They're hiding, of course, but there are so many of them. Kupo! I am Kane Senna. My companions and I braved the long road from the Twelveswood to share woods with you. On this, the occasion of our first meeting, we bring an offering of light and wind. Ooh, such a gentle and pleasing glow, Kupo. I have no idea how to make his voice sound. You'll see why in a second. He's so big. I am Moglin, the chieftain of this Mughal clan. I'm giving him a deeper voice, what the heck. Chieftain Moglin, it is an honor to meet you. Greetings, I am Kuplo Kop, ambassador of the Twelveswood Mughals. Mughal from the world below. Your hide is of a different hue, but that palm is unmistakable. I might need a moment here, Kupo. Can't keep us. My companions were no less surprised to learn of your existence here amongst the clouds. I hope they did not startle you overmuch in their eagerness to make your acquaintance. But will I imagine your wariness? I am told that men have not walked here nigh on 1,000 winters. Mayhap you will forgive them their forwardness when I unfold to you the grave matter which first brought them into your midst. My companions crave an audience with the great wyrm Hraesvelgr, that they might negotiate an end to the war twixt man and dragon. An end to war, you say? I trust you, Kane Senna. The light of peace shines brightly within your soul. But I'm afraid the same cannot be said of your friends. To be plain, we did not hide ourselves because they were the first of your kind to be seen here in 1,000 years. Well, not only because of that. We hid because we smelled dragon blood. These skies are home to many, many dragons. While some crave peace, such as Hraesvelgr, many others crave the opposite, such as Nidhogg. Suffice it to say, we are worried that the presence of your blood-splattered warrior friends will attract the attention of the nastier kind and invite destruction into our happy home. But you can't blame him for that, I guess. Now just a moment, Chieftain. Flairm here may have doled out the odd thrashing or two, but it's always been for a really good reason. She is a champion of the Twelveswood Mughals, and I'll not hear her good name slandered. Now, Ambassador, let us not ruffle each other's fur. I shall, of course, take your testimony into consideration. If I may, Chieftain, there is little room for trucks between strangers. Might we not take this opportunity to learn more of each other? An excellent suggestion, Kupo! In the interests of fostering friendship and keeping an eye on you, I extend to you the hospitality of Mog Home. Prove yourselves worthy of our assistance, and it will be yours. I shall be watching, Kupo. I cannot say that in that voice. I can't say Kupo in that voice and not try to break down laughing. I'm cracking up just thinking about it. I mean, I can't really give him like a cute little squeaky voice too, because he's just so big and it just doesn't seem right. Okay. Speak with Moglin. Tell me, in the world down below, do all of your kind look so different from one another? It must be truly disconcerting. What was it Kuplo called you again? Claire? Your names are as odd as your appearance. Have you ever considered a nice Moogle name? Moglin is taken, by the way. Kupo! Well, I'm not a Moogle, so it shouldn't matter. As are Moghan and Mogmug and Mogwin, these being the names of the 3 wise Moogles who will administer the momentous challenges that I have devised to measure your worth. I call them the Trials of Trustworthiness. Undertake these trials and we shall soon see whether or not you are worthy of our aid. In other words, do all the chores that we don't want to do, and we'll consider helping you out. Oh well. Okay, we'll speak to Moghan. Okay, Moghan's trial would have you test trustworthiness with a trial. Okay, yeah, we finally get a new spear too. Hello, yes, I am Moghan, the foremost alchemist of Mogholm, if you must know. If your tummy's gloopy or your wings droopy, I have a potion to fix that. Or I would if I didn't keep running out of the ingredients. Luckily, you're here to do my trial. Yes, go forth, mighty adventurer, and mightily pluck 3 springs of cloud's breath for me. You'll find it blooming near the entrance to Tom. It is not the safest of places, so don't let yourself get too distracted by the pretty flowers. Goodbye! Oh, look, everyone's here. I did not expect our travels to bring us to a Moogle village. I wonder if a similar settlement exists somewhere within the Twelveswood. Okay, and then we have these guys. Oh, the Elder Seedseer of my life. My duty to protect her surpasses all other concerns. Well, that's good for you. Just as their cousins in the Twelveswood, these Mogholm Moogles excel in the manipulation of ether. There are few who can detect them if they choose not to be detected. Well, glad we have you here then. Warrior of Light, we have not spoken since the trouble with good King Mogglemog, and I would proffer my apologies. Had I not been bound to my duty to protect the Elder Seedseer, I would have stood with you against your accusers in Udal. Well, nice to say after the fact. So exceedingly fluffy. How exciting to have relatives in the clouds, Kupo! Okay, let's talk to Mogmug. We'll test your trustworthiness with a trial, okay. Yes, you have the pleasure of speaking with Mogmug. I know. I am the fluffiest, most enchanting creature you have ever laid eyes upon. Kupo! It isn't easy being this adorable. I can barely take a stroll outside without those relentless Dravanians throwing themselves at me. Why, they look as if they want to gobble me up. In any case, fleeing their overbearing adulation is growing a bit tiresome. Your trial, madam, is this. Find these Adrenids Aculosaurs and slap some manners into them, Kupo. Perhaps a firm smack on the snout will teach them to appreciate my charm from afar. Okay, Mogwin. Mogwin will test your trustworthiness with a trial. Okay then. Mogwin's the name and art is my game. When it comes to painting, there are none in Mogholm who can match my talent with a brush, Kupo. I know why you've come. Chieftain Moglin has demanded that I test your trustworthiness. As I trust no one to create art that will satisfy me, I instead charge you with retrieving a masterpiece I seem to have misplaced. It was an ambitious and innovative work, guaranteed to fetch at least 4 Kupo nuts on the open market. You must find it. Question the masses. Surely a pebble painted with such vibrant color and unmistakable penchant cannot have escaped the notice of every Moogle in Mogholm. Okay. Sure, you take these ridiculous flying rodents. Yeah, he's had bad luck with... I don't know, he just hates Moogles so much. Mogwin is missing his masterpiece, Kupo? Oh, you mean that painted smeared mess of a pebble? I've not seen it recently, a fact for which my eyes are profoundly grateful. Well, that's mean.
Master Mogwin has misplaced his masterpiece, Kupo? Oh, happy day! If I'm the swifter in finding it, I will soon have a genuine Mogwin for the price of a little perspiration. Honestly, who has 4 Kupo not just lying about to spend on such luxuries?
Really? Their entire economy is based off nothing but Kupo nuts. Mog Toe.
I don't know much about his stone, but I do know Mogwin's been creeping out the back way to Samal's summit from time to time, Kupo. Maybe he left it up there.
Well, let's go find out. Ooh, right in front of an ether current. Okay. And at least it's cleared up. Beautiful night sky. I have a new appreciation for the night sky ever since the end of Shadowbringers. Ooh, the moon! And we have some dancing Moogles scattered about. So... the pebble has to be up here. Keeps going down. Why? Mogwin. Oh.
Well, what did you find out, Kupo? Yes, now that you mention it, I do seem to recall leaving my pebble out in the sun to dry. The second part of your trial commences. Go, adventurer, and retrieve my masterpiece before some art-starved admirer swaps the stone for himself.
Honestly. I would dig all the way back up. Well, let's go take care of the other trials of trustworthiness stuff, and then we'll go back for the pebble. Oh boy, cannot wait until we can fly! Getting around this place is going to be very, very difficult. I don't get it. I mean, we have a merchant there who's willing to sell us stuff, but how would they know what money is? They've been up here for like 1,000 years with no contact with man, right? I'm not in the mood to attack anyone right now. If you leave me alone, I will let you go, okay? If you keep pushing matters and you will die. I don't know how many times I have to say that. Okay, defeat the dinosaurs. Technically, these are also dragons, but let's just face it, they're allosaurs. Oh, another one. A bull. Third leg forward. I never heard of an attack like that. Oh, the tail. Okay, any more? Okay, that's taken care of. Got Cloud's Breath. And I remember there was one over here. And I don't know where the third is yet. Let's gotta be around here. It's gotta be around here. Where is it? Hawkins Trial. Let's try more to the east. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. That's a bit mean. Keeping it all the way up here. Alright, so let's just collect the pebble and we should be done. Moxie. Oh, that's an adorable name. And I love the little tiny Moogles fluttering about here. I hope we get to see, like, the village in the Twelveswood someday. That would be cute. Probably annoying as hell, but still cute. Alright, so let's just look our way back up onto the roof. Speak to these guys first.
You have any trouble finding Cloud's Breath? I do need it quite urgently, you know.
Yeah, I got it. I have imagination led to the most white flowers found glowing in the... Yeah, let's just turn him in.
Oh yes, these are perfect, Kupo. Now the main ingredient for my palm tonic. Speaking of which, how are you feeling, miss? Should you ever feel your palm losing its bounce, then I'm your Moogle, Kupo.
Oh, I don't have a palm, so... I think I'll be okay. Yeah, finally. Is this what I think it is? Yeah, so it's an ether current. We can save that for later, though. And let's go turn this in with Mogmug.
You able to humble my Dravanian devotees? Wonderful! You are as capable as I am captivating, Kupo. Still, my precious perfection does not excuse those louts from pursuing me so mercilessly, their tongues lolling and bellies rumbling. The Dravanians and their ilk have much to learn about acceptable acts of admiration.
I honestly do not know if he's just stupid or if he honestly believes that. Oh well, let's just head up again. When... I have no idea how to get back up. Let me... Oh, here it is. So let's go up to the roof. I wonder how many years it would have taken to dig all this out, because it kind of looks like that's what had happened. Oh, we have the dancing Moogles up there. I'm not looking forward to doing all of those side quests, though. I'm probably gonna do it just because, but there are a lot of side quests involving the Moogles. I remember, like, I was flying around here and I was asking, like how many Moogle side quests are there? And someone was saying a ton. It was like, wow, do I need anything to get through it? And this guy, I can't remember the name, but he shouted out, like, alcohol. You'll need alcohol to get through it, and I fully understood it by the end. Okay, painted stone. Okay, we have Moogle Masterpiece. And you know what? Let's just go ahead and jump right back down. Okay, let's turn this in.
Do you have it, Kupo? Is my masterpiece safe?
Yes.
Yes, this is my work. Is it not exquisite? Exquisite? I call it Contemplations of Zenith. Thank you, madam. At last I can exchange my art for those delectable Kupo nuts. Chieftain Moglin will hear of this valorous deed.
And that. Okay, you completed the Trials of Trustworthiness. Let's go ahead and speak with Moglin. Did you finish yours? Yeah. I just keep checking just to make sure they don't have anything extra to say. So, okay, Moglin, we're done. Okay, Chieftain Moglin is ready to pass judgment on your trial performance.
Claire, if that is what you insist on calling yourself,
You have completed the Trials of Trustworthiness administered by the Taskmasters Moghan, Mogmug, and Mogwin. During the grueling tests of character, I closely observed your conduct, as well as that of your companions. And I am decided, Kupo. Gather your friends before me now, so I need not repeat myself needlessly. Are these trials over then? My tasks have been little more than household chores. If our hosts elect not to grant their aid after working us like packed chocobos, I shall demand compensation and Kupo nuts out of principle. But I hope it will not come to that. Let us hear the chieftain's verdict, shall we? Contemplation and Kupo nuts. I like that. Oh, your trials, Warrior of Light. I myself have been sent on a number of expeditions to chastise the local dragon population. Did their chieftain not wish to avoid inflaming the Dravanians? Such contradictions aside, our host seems entranced by the heights of my leap. They compared me to Mog, a lance-wielding Moogle warrior of elves who also favored such attacks. This meant as a compliment, I expect, but I doubt these furry lumps could outleap a Kurquel lamb, much less a dragon. Conclude your business here swiftly, Claire. I like not this place. Kakarako. I can't pronounce that name, sorry. It's a sheep. I never imagined my duties would include tidying up fallen leaves in the Moogle village beyond the clouds. I'll just live with it, buddy. We've had to deal with far worse. They had the Elder Seed Seer scrubbing and sweeping. The Elder Seed Seer! Well, I don't think she minds. Standing here in Mogholm, my thoughts turn inevitably to the legend of good King Mogomog XII and his seat in the heavens. Like most, I thought it no more than a myth, a story for younglings that grew with the telling. But with every passing moment, I become more certain that we have discovered the origin of the tale. Full eager am I to hear what the chieftain has to say. Okay, Kuplo Cup.
we've become such good friends, Kupo. My Moogle cousins love to sing and dance as much as I do. Chieftain Moglin has finally come to a decision, has he? Well, I suppose I better flutter over and see him then.
Giselle? What sorcery is this, that my heart should stir at mere fluffiness? Claire, I was no matter. What is it? Chieftain Moglin has made his decision? Well, let us not keep him waiting then. It's okay! I mean, if it's cute, then you should be allowed to like it. I am a huge fan of fluffy cuteness. Okay. So, you decided to play nice with us for once? Never have I seen such determined workers, Kupo. It would have taken us moons to complete all those dreary chores and nigging errands. They're so annoyed. And have our labors proven the purity of our intentions, Chieftain? Without a doubt. In fact, there was never really all that much doubt to begin with. You were, after all, already friends with a fellow Moogle. But you see, before any meeting with Hraesvelgr could take place, certain preparations needed to be made. And what better way to help you pass the time than by having you perform all the tiresome tasks that no one ever wants to do, Kupo? Oh, he's pissed. Oh dear. The horn. Bring out the horn quickly now. We blow on this wondrous instrument whenever we wish to speak with the great worm, Kupo. Sparkly. We haven't perhaps been treating it with the care it deserves of late, and I think Malkham may have sat on it, so we needed some time for cleaning and polishing and straightening. No lasting harm done, though. Now you need simply head to Zenith, the worm's dwelling to the west, and give the horn a good toot. We are in your debt, Chieftain. Thanks to your noble gifts, we shall finally have a chance to plead our case to Hraesvelgr. Very possibly, yes, but I wouldn't get my hopes up too high, Kupo. The old worm isn't terribly fond of, humans. Or, I guess, mankind. Your concern is appreciated, but I am quite certain that Hraesvelgr will welcome our overtures. Yeah, I kind of would advise you to take his advice, despite the fact that he's fluffy and annoying. Should we ever arrive at his lair? Come, we have squandered enough time already. Behave. Just behave. Chieftain Moglin, we thank you for your gracious hospitality. Though we must soon take our leave, I pray we continue to nurture the shoots of this new-sprung friendship twixt earth and sky. Of course, Kupo. Visit us whenever you wish. Consider Moghome your home amongst the clouds. I can't help it. They're cute. Even if they are annoying and you want to squish them half the time. Visit us whenever you wish, Kupo. Thank you. Oh, Markan?
Thanks for the help, Kupo. I thought I would ever have found all those rotten chores. Found time for those rotten chores. Hey, it wasn't my idea. If the chieftain had spent a little less time sitting about and a little more time chieftaning, things would never have gotten so messy in the first place. And he was the one who sat on the horn, by the way. But now all the errands are done and the horn is fixed, so all's well that ends well, eh, Kupo?
I'll take it from you. Okay, leaving Moghome. Moghan is ready to us to leave. Okay.
Well, I expect you're eager to be on your way. Did I mention your friend was looking for you, Kupo? If not, Alphina was looking for you. I'll be waiting just outside, stretching my wings. Let me know when you're ready to depart.
Alright, so let's go say goodbye to everyone. Our labors, new friendships have blossomed. For this, we must give thanks.
Cannot wait to tell my Kingswiggle and the Twelveswood all about this place. They will be beside themselves with envy, Kupo.
Will not be long now, Hraesvelgr. To the best of my knowledge, we have all that we need for our trip to Zenith, and I believe the Elder Seatseer and her twin will soon be making journey back to the Gridania. Be remiss of us, I think, not to convey our gratitude to them prior to going our separate ways, shall we? Alphino, Claire, I do humbly thank you for what has been a most enlightening experience. Were it not for your pioneering spirit, the existence of these Moogles might never have been revealed to us. It is we who should be thankful, Elder Seatseer. Were it not for your timely diplomacy, we would never have they never would have chosen to reveal themselves at all. And 'twas your presence, Kuplo Kop, that ultimately won us their trust. It must have taken great courage to leave the sanctuary of the Twelveswood, and we are exceedingly glad that you did.
It was my pleasure, Kupo. I made so many new friends and have so many fantastic tales to tell my Kingswiggle back home.
And it is to our home that we must now return. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal, my friends. I really do like her. Safe journey, Elder Seatseer. We too must be on our way. Hraesvelgr awaits. Warrior of Lights, pray attend closely to your companion, Sir Rustinian. Beneath that stoic facade, a storm of anguish seethes within. And that's the second time that we got a warning. First was from Vidofnir, and now the Elder Seedseer. So the guy is definitely causing some kind of problems that we can't sense. But they are so much more sensitive to ether, I'm sure they sense something wrong. Oh, such a beautiful sky. I have to take a screenshot of this. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. Enough talk, let's leave this miserable place behind us. We have tarried over long. Let us forge ahead as swiftly as we may. These Ishgar bear the blunt of the Horde's fury. The closer we come to Hraesvelgr, the higher my spirits rise. It is it I who am elated, or Saint Sheila?
Have you said your goodbyes and dabbed away your tears, Kupo? Then we are indeed ready to go.
Alright, so I think we can have time for a little bit further. The road to Zenith. Malkan has volunteered to lead you to Zenith. Well, that's nice of him. And that's a nice suit of armor there.
As Chieftain Moglin already explained, the shiny instrument we gave you is the best means of grabbing Hraesvelgr's attention. I'll come along and show you the way to Zenith, the big palace where you need to blow the horn. First things first, though, we need to make for Asha. Oh, and watch out for rampaging dragons. Maybe that should have been the first thing, Kupo.
Short, simple, and easy to remember, though, so I appreciate the warning. So it's kind of like a way stop. I think that's where we have that chocobo statue waiting for us. Oh. Of course! Oh, and an ether current, too. Okay, moving on. Magushi, the misbehaving. How do we get through here? Guess we just keep going on the road. Man, there's nothing but rubble here. I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but after like the end of Heavensward, they actually give you a chance to kind of join forces with like a bunch of craftsmoogle and start to help rebuild some of the ruins here, but yeah, this is a lot of work. Just thinking about how much work it's going to be to actually rebuild everything is going to be... It's going to take, I would say, at least a solid century. If not longer. Okay. So this is Asha. I think that's how you pronounce it. So it's kind of like a halfway mark. There would I believe that so much land lay hid above the clouds. Gravani is not as I imagined it. Do you see that sculpture to the south and west of here? I am all but certain it was carved from the likeness of Saint Shiva. The histories make no reference to the existence of these ruins. Curious, most curious.
Things were a bit mighty there for a while, but I think we've arrived in one piece, Kupo. I wonder what is the dragon so awfully snappy. I mean, the bad ones are always bad, but they seem worse than usual.
I'm guessing it has to do with Nidhogg. Okay, alright, so waiting for the winds to change. I love this quest.
You may have a small problem, Kupo. When the winds are high like this, Hraesvelgr inevitably abandons his lofty perch and heads to the lands below to hunt. If you try blowing the horn now, I doubt he'd hear it. I suggest we stop at the clearing up ahead and rest until the wind dies down.
And whoa! Did not expect that. I mean, we can't fall off, but still, that would have been a nasty surprise. I actually have a fair amount of ether currents already. Okay. And I think we'll call it a day once we finish up with this particular quest. I really like this quest. I wrote a fan fiction. It was actually inspired because of this one quest. And it led to a series of very, very long fan fiction stories. That's what I get for taking on big projects without even thinking it through. Oh well. Nice little clearing and another ether current. Yay! Who can say when the weather will turn? I have a mind to make camp. And now the very elements conspire to delay our meeting with Hraesvelgr. I must be patient. The fates make mock of us, to be so close.
This should do nicely, Kupo. The winds will likely have died down by tomorrow, but until then we might as well make ourselves comfortable.
If we must interrupt our journey so close to its end, I suppose this place is as good as any. And mayhap a brief respite from the hardships of the road will help to clear our minds in readiness for the coming parley. Very well then, I believe a campfire is in order. Leave the gathering of fuel to me. I acquired a keen nose for firewood during my time in the frozen wastes of Coerthas. Clear our minds? Says Master Alphinaud, whose mind needs clearing. The thought of meeting a great worm in the flesh has befuddled the boy. Did you see him stroll away as if these ruins were not crawling with deadly beasts? Follow him, Claire, and see that the wildlife does not make a meal of our young friend. We'll have camp ready by the time you return. Alright, let's head out. I mean, we don't really need to go too far. I mean, there's this giant dead tree, like, right here, so just grab a few dead branches. That should work. We don't even have to stray that far from the camp. Oh no. Or one of these things. Yeah, we could kill one of these things and drag it back. That would be more than enough firewood to last us for like a week. I'm just grabbing this real quick. Might as well while I'm here. Okay, now defeat the monsters to the west of Alphinaud's location. Don't have to go too far, though, it looks like. Ah, come on. I'm just moving. Let's get out of here. How do I get back up here? I prepared some things for a meal. It will be plain fare, but better than empty bellies.
You know, Acidia may not be as bad as I thought, Kupo. Under all those horrid spikes, he actually has a soft spot for his companions. Just a small one, mind. Oh, and don't tell him I told you, alright?
He's worried about getting beaten up, too. I say I was right to worry about the boy's safety. Once Alphinaud returns with the wood, we can see about supper. The Ice Queen has filled a pot with what looks like stew ingredients, ready for the fire. This is such a wonderful scene. I only wish it was voice-overed. Where did they pull all that stuff out of? I guess he's snoring. It's so calm. A few things compared to the simple pleasures of sitting beside a crackling campfire of one's own making. Ha! So speaks the great explorer. Until recently, you wouldn't have recognized firewood if it came with kindling and a flint. Just well, you instructed me so patiently then. But yes, left to my own devices, I would have been compelled to signal to Azel with a pile of damp leaves. I was born the pampered son of a Charlian dignitary, and along with my twin, became the youngest student ever to be accepted into the studium. How proud I was to match wits with scholars and philosophers, how ignorant of mine own shortcomings. But hubris invited manipulation and betrayal, and led to the downfall of the Scions. We all of us are guilty of similar ignorance. How many men lay down their lives, never knowing what it is that they fight for, never questioning that which they have been taught to believe. It was only upon meeting Hraesvelgr that I learned the truth hidden within our history. Were it not for that chance encounter, I would never have vowed to tear down the Holy See and expunge the falsehoods with which it fans the flames of conflict. I would have lived and died in ignorance. If the truth has driven me to do terrible things, I cannot deny, but I would rather sin in the pursuit of peace than imagine myself virtuous for perpetrating a needless war. This journey has taught me anything. It is the importance and difficulty of holding to one's convictions in the face of failure, of striving always to replace one's ignorance with knowledge. You're well on your way, Master Alphino. At your age, I was but a fool swinging a spear with scarcely a thought in my head. Even now I struggle to acknowledge the misconceptions under which I have labored. Sitting here amongst these grand ruins, how can I deny that man and dragon once lived in peace? Yet for all that such an age existed, we are now in a time of war. Nidhogg killed my family, and no quirk of history will exonerate him. I may be ignorant of how the Dragonsong War began, but if we do not put an end to this conflict now, I can say for a certainty that it will only breed more vengeful souls such as mine. In my hands reside the power to vanquish a great wyrm. If Ishgard's survival rests on me wielding that power, I will slay Nidhogg myself, orders or no. Estinian, you gave your word. My word is contingent upon the success of our parley. Show me the strength of your convictions, Lady Iceheart. Convince Hraesvelgr of the righteousness of your cause. I think that's actually the first time they seem to get along. Doubt not but that I shall, Dragoon. Well, wind's willing, we shall have our answers on the morrow. Let us sleep now and face our fate with the rising of the sun. It's these quiet moments like between battle that I really do like. And that Square Enix really did pull out something special here. Alright, so let's just grab this. Alright, I think that is a good place to end it. We'll just talk with everyone real quick. Whenever you are ready, Warrior of Light, fully eager am I to gaze upon this great wyrm. We must succeed in winning Hraesvelgr to our cause. Lend me your resolve, Saint Shiva. I trust you are well rested, Claire? Good. If we are to parley with Hraesvelgr, we shall each have the need of full completion of our wits. Completement of our wits. Okay, the next quest is Heart of Ice, so I think we'll go ahead and save that for tomorrow. Okay, well, thank you all so much for watching. That was a lot of fun to get through. And this is probably, we're leading up to some of my most favorite parts of Heavensward, at least until we reach to 3.3. So, yeah, so thanks you again for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. And I'll be seeing you again tomorrow when we confront the great wyrm Hraesvelgr at long last. So until then, everyone, bye-bye.